All right, I'm trying to clip these curls up while they dry. Anyway, I'm going to lean over this hair dryer. This is what it takes. Everybody's like, that's so great. It's so, yeah, it doesn't dry that. It's not easy. Anyway, I know I got great hair when I spent an hour and a half bagging it and doing witchcraft and shit on it. Yeah, what was I getting ready to say? I always forget. Yeah, the reason narcissists have children, or dogs, or cats. I should have realized in the beginning with the first one. We had cats, and he would put them in a box, and he'd take his arm, an open box, and he'd spin it around, or the laundry basket. He'd spin it and 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 spin it. And then he'd pick the cat up and drop it. It'd flop down and go around. It would walk, and he'd be laughing and laughing. I'm like, yeah, well, all right. It was funny once. I mean, if you didn't drop it on it, I mean, if you just let them out of the thing, it was fun. Not drop it on the ground. Because they'll flip and they'll land on their side or back because their equilibrium's all messed up, whatever their balance. I mean, yeah, when you spin it, let them out. Oh, it's funny first. But do you have to continue to do this through the years? Like, it's a sign. It's the same thing as terrorizing the children to get video footage because it's funny. How funny is it, Karen? It's so funny to watch your kids lose their shit, emotionally crumble into the fucking ground. And then you expect them to be able to control themselves at other times. Like, you expose them to situations that you know is going to cause them to have an emotional meltdown. And then later, but at other times, it's like, what is your problem? Why don't you control yourself? Really? Well, how about this, parents? Avoid causing situations for your children and circumstances that are going to cause them to literally lose their shit. Because, one, it's cruel, it's abusive. And two, every time a person, or a dog for that matter, is allowed to lose their shit, it just connects those synapses in the brain to say this is an okay behavior, it's an okay behavior. And you're more likely to experience that later when you don't want it to happen. Stop organizing emotional meltdowns for your children to videotape them and think it's cool. You're so, please do not come to my house. I wish I could just look into people's hearts and just know. People, oh, it's energy, Karen. Can't you feel their energy? Maybe I can, but I don't trust myself fully because I was told I can't trust my instincts at all whatsoever when I was growing up. And I'm really trying to undo that still at this late date. Been studying dog training, and it's like the food aggression. We experienced it 3 times with Cookie. I saw in the Cookie clips where I called it disgruntled Cookie. After looking at it, I'm like, we were right on the edge of her darting towards Georgie to attack her. Now, she didn't, though. I stopped her. I'm like, no. And that was like one of the last times she was allowed under the table because we realized, because Lenny's like, man, I'm cutting eyes. And she's this close. The trainers are saying the more you allow this behavior to happen, the more it's cemented in their brain. But if you train them to stop when their mind is getting ready to switch and go, then you'll build new synapses with that. And you can train it out of them. Now, nobody ever says, trust a dog 100% with babies, blah, blah, blah. Nobody's ever saying that. But you can be fairly confident if you train them out of it and you haven't seen the behavior in a really long time. You just nip it in the bud. You immediately look for their cues. Their body stiffens and they dart their eyes or they get this face briefly before they, go to attack another dog or a person because of food aggression. Resource guarding, they call it. So it's all true. The more you allow a behavior to occur over and over, you're just building yep, that's okay, do it, and the brain will just default to it. Why are we doing this to the children on purpose? I mean, my God, what the and then expecting them to behave a different way the next time something catastrophic happens. You laughed in their faces. You told them they were too sensitive. You told them not that what they felt, which was fucking legit as shit, was silly. In fact, it was hilarious. What are your kids going to think as they're growing up? You keep doing this. Their feelings don't matter, or their feelings are fucking wrong. And they should be ashamed of them. They should hold it in, whatever. You're looking at it.